In this video, some very good news for Cardano investors. It looks like the Vasil hard fork is imminent. I'll go through this data right here that shows us that actually the Vasil hard fork is going to be very, very soon. We'll go through the exact dates right here and then some other things that need to happen in order for the actual hard fork to occur. I'll go through that in this video, so timestamps in the description. Looking first though to Pooltool.io, I'll try and leave this this page linked in the description as well. What we need for the Vasil hard fork to actually go through, firstly, is 75% of nodes basically upgraded to the node version, which is 135.3. When that happens, then we can start other things as well. So as you can see here, we're basically there, right? Blocks protocol version, 77%. On 135.3, nodes reporting version, again, 74%. So this has changed dramatically. Even maybe a few days ago, I was actually putting updates to this in the private Discord groups. It was like 58%, 65%. Literally a couple of days later, over the weekend, 75 or 74% right here. So that's absolutely fantastic. The other things that need to happen right here, as from Charles Hoskinson himself, 75% at least need to be upgraded to 135.3. Well, as you can see, that's basically, we're there now. What else needs to happen? The big 3 to 5 exchanges also need to upgrade, Binance and the other exchanges that do the most volume. Once they're in place, then the other exchanges will also obviously be forced to upgrade as well. And then the big dApps that are on Cardano right now just need to be making sure they support it as well, which from what I've heard, they all do. Charles Hoskinson himself has said sometime in September. And that's a really interesting month because you have the Ethereum merge, we know, around the 15th of September. I really hope for Cardano that they can get this out before then so that they can have, you know, let's say a week or so of good news for them as well. As you can see here, Hoskinson has said the hard fork will occur sometime in September. It's not one event. There is a series of, you know, everyone in line has to get ready for it. Eventually, when the nodes are upgraded, the exchanges are upgraded, and it's all signed off by the node operators and the stake pools, then it will happen. The next major lift is to get the exchanges on board. Binance is reporting that they're currently upgrading by volume. He added that generally what happens is after a hard fork date is announced, you see a big rush and people push through. But we are very, very close. As you can see here, 75% is needed and we are basically there now. So it's really just kind of, you know, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Once the largest 3 to 5 crypto exchanges are upgraded, a hard fork date will be set. Then the rest of the exchanges feel that the urgency, they need to start upgrading. It's really hard to get them otherwise. They tend to need a bit of a push for that. We're not quite over the finish line, but everything looks good. I'm going to show you this clip from Charles as well.
If you take a look at our checklist here that Nigel just put up, he said known downstream components, 1.353 is released, DB Sync 1304 is released, Wallet Backend is released, Rosetta is released, Serialization Library is ready, Token Registry is ready, Omigos is ready, GraphQL is ready, Explorer is ready, downstream components. The DEDL is released for consumers, so this is not the SPOs, but for you guys, 135.3 is expected on the 31st. Binance is reporting that they're currently upgrading by volume. I think they're about 30-40% of the Cardano trade volume. So what is probably going to occur is that once we hit that golden 75% of the SPOs, and 3 to 5 of the major exchanges by volume, the top 3, top 5 are upgraded or are in the process of upgrading. A hard fork date will be set. And then the rest of the exchanges feel the urgency and they start upgrading.
The nodes are upgraded and now it's just step by step to get everything else in place. So really great news, and it puts it right in line with the Ethereum merge, which is, yeah, just kind of great timing, right? You couldn't have timed it better yourself. But this has been a really tough set of upgrades for Cardano. You can see these are some of the SIPs that are actually going to be coming, SIP 31, 32, 33. So these essentially all try to increase throughput of data through Cardano. A lot of the apps that haven't launched yet, that are kind of chomping at the bit to launch, need these to happen before they can launch. A lot of the apps that are launching are lending protocols, which are really, really important parts of an ecosystem. So, you know, think about, you know, lending out different stable coins. It will increase TVL, it will increase users, and that's all good news for Cardano. Very, very good news, and I hope a lot of announcements and news are going to be coming out right after the upgrade as well. So it's not just this upgrade. This upgrade is enabling lots more apps, and that is the value of Cardano. Without applications, what does it have? So that's really good news for me. In terms of the price, we're in a really terrible macro situation right now, and that is what it is. You can't control it, and Cardano is just a part of that as well. As you can see, it just moves up and down broadly with the market. I actually think a lot of these upgrades, like the Vasil hard fork, even the Ethereum merge is definitely big, but if we were in a bull market, these would be going absolutely nuts. But it's actually better for me as a long-term investor to have some prices that are a little bit more normal. Things were getting way out of control before, and now they are more normal. And it's much better for me to invest around this time because I know what's coming, and the price is at least something I can actually agree with and say, you know what, I'm happy to get in at these levels. Now, what you can see with the price of ADA is since about May, we've basically been in this bottoming out phase, right? So we took the low here at about 40 cents and we've hit it a couple of times. We're actually near the low again. So what I would say, you can see this green box here. For a long-term investor, this is just a consolidation phase. Now, if you're a short-term trader, you can see these kind of huge movements up and you can make some really good money short-term. It's not really what I am. Long-term investor, you know, happy to pick these up. What's going to happen with the merge or the Vasil hard fork, sorry, when the news comes out, there may be a pump, a little bit of a pump, but it's nothing like what you were getting in the bull market. And so for me, trading this short term with the terrible macro situation is just not really something that has a good kind of risk reward ratio. So for me, it's great news. And happy to pick up kind of long-term ADA at this level. But in terms of short-term trading, the environment is not really conducive for kind of taking some, you know, long bets. That's in my opinion anyway. Something extra though, not just the Vasil hard fork. I'm really looking for what apps are launching and what use cases are there. You can see here that IOHK themselves are collaborating with NMaker or NMKR. It was NFT Maker before. They're actually going to have a new minting application for a new NFT ecosystem, making it easy for anyone to mint and engage with NFTs. I think this is really important. Something that Cardano has always focused on is not just being some kind of random crypto project, but actually integrating it with, you know, the real world. They call RealFi the kind of mix between, you know, real world applications and banking, and mixing that with ADA just to make it, you know, better, more efficient. So they're doing this in NFTs now, a new fiat payment option letting users pay with traditional and cryptocurrencies. This is really important because if people actually find an easy to use place where they can mint their own NFTs and just, you know, it's literally like drag and drop or just click a few things and create an NFT. That's really important, obviously, for Cardano itself. So I'm happy to see that this kind of thing is happening. Integrating with fiat payment options is really, really important as well. Most people don't want to interact with crypto and they don't want to hold large amounts of crypto because they're not investors, but they do want to mint an NFT for their small business or something like that. I think it's really important, and I hope to see way more of this type of news coming. If you want to keep up with my research, check out my crypto investor course. I upload all of my research videos and latest research to that for free for existing users. Check that out down in the description if you want to have, you know, some of those investing videos and also access to the private Discord group with all of the members in there that are also, you know, crypto investors. I'll leave that linked in the description. I'm James with MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.